Do you remember your childhood? That time when your biggest concern was deciding which game to invent with your friends, when time seemed to stretch lazily, and lightness was almost tangible? Life back then was a constant immersion in the present, a dive into the simplicity of the days. But at some point, amidst the whirlwind of adulthood, that connection was lost, giving way to anxiety, stress, and the feeling of being perpetually trapped in a cycle of worries. The good news is that we can indeed reclaim that lost lightness. In this video, we will explore together ways to reconnect with the essence of childhood, understand the roots of anxiety, and learn how to deal with it effectively. Let's discover powerful tools to regain balance and inner peace. Get ready for a journey of rediscovery and well-being, where simplicity once again takes center stage. When we were children, time seemed to stretch infinitely. Our days were filled with play, exploration, and a genuine curiosity about the world around us. There was no room for worries about the future or dwelling on the past. Life was simply what was happening at that very moment. This connection to the present is a skill that, unfortunately, many of us lose along the way, buried under the responsibilities and hustle of adult life. But the good news is that we can reclaim it. How about starting with small, mindful pauses? Picture this. You're in the middle of a stressful workday, your head pounding, and the overwhelming feeling that you can't get everything done. What if you took a quick escape to the garden to watch a butterfly perched on a flower? Or, if you're at home, simply notice the light streaming through the window and the sounds around you. These small moments of immersion in nature or the present help us slow down, reconnect with our essence, and find a moment of respite amid the chaos. The practice of being present, of focusing on the now, brings countless benefits to our mental and physical health. Instead of letting the mind wander through worries and repetitive thoughts, we direct our attention to what is happening here and now. This calms the nervous system, reduces cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and provides a sense of peace and clarity. What's even more fascinating is that, contrary to popular belief, taking a few minutes to calm the mind is not a waste of time. Quite the opposite. When we return to our activities, whether at work or home, we are more focused, creative, and productive. It's as if we hit a reset button for the brain, allowing it to function more efficiently. Anxiety, that unwelcome companion many of us know all too well, often arises when our minds get lost in temporal labyrinths. Either we're stuck on unresolved issues from the past, replaying mistakes and regrets, or we project ourselves anxiously into the future, imagining uncertain and often catastrophic scenarios. It's as if we're in a constant state of alert, bracing for something bad to happen. At its core, many experts point to a fundamental fear that fuels this anxiety: the fear of death, or in other words, the fear of the unknown and the loss of control over our own existence. This fear manifests in various ways, from excessive worry about health to the fear of failing an important project. This sense of threat is often tied to what we might call inaccurate mental maps. Imagine trying to reach an unfamiliar destination using an outdated or incomplete map. The feeling of insecurity and the likelihood of getting lost would be overwhelming, right? The same applies to our minds. When we don't fully understand the situations we experience, whether in the past or future, we create distorted narratives and fill in the gaps with negative assumptions, which intensifies anxiety. A powerful tool to clarify these mental maps is writing. By putting our thoughts and feelings on paper, we bring the unknown into the realm of the known, articulating situations that once seemed nebulous and reducing the sense of threat. It's like giving shape to our fears, making them more tangible and, as a result, more manageable. After all, our level of stress and anxiety is directly linked to the balance between what we understand and what we don't about our lives. The greater the clarity about our experiences, goals, and values, the less likely we are to feel anxious. Writing helps us enhance this clarity, organize our thoughts, and identify patterns that may contribute to our anxiety. Through writing, we can revisit the past with a fresh perspective, reframing painful experiences, and we can plan the future with greater confidence, setting realistic goals and strategies to achieve them. Have you ever noticed how, sometimes, when we're deeply caught up in our own problems, the best way to ease anxiety is simply to shift our focus away from ourselves? Thinking about others, how we can help, redirects our energy outward, lifting the burden of self-criticism and personal worries. It's as if, by extending a hand to someone else, we're also taking care of ourselves. A service-oriented mindset, where our work and actions are aimed at benefiting others, has a profound impact on our mental health. When our purpose goes beyond personal success and focuses on the common good, the stress associated with goals and results diminishes, giving way to a sense of fulfillment and meaning. Imagine a professional working on a project aimed at improving the quality of life in an underserved community. Their focus isn't just on delivering good work, but on creating a positive impact on other people's lives. This gives much greater meaning to their activities, transforming stress into a deep sense of purpose and satisfaction. In addition to focusing on others, another fundamental pillar for dealing with anxiety is our overall health. Our body and mind are intrinsically connected, and neglecting one directly impacts the other. Poor eating habits, lack of sunlight exposure, and inadequate sleep can disrupt our nervous and hormonal systems, intensifying anxiety symptoms. It's like trying to ride a bike with a flat tire. The effort is much greater, and performance is compromised. Taking care of the body is, therefore, also taking care of the mind. A balanced diet rich in nutrients, regular exposure to sunlight, with proper precautions, and restorative sleep are habits that strengthen our bodies and make us more resilient to stress and anxiety. This body-mind connection is so strong that physical health issues often manifest as anxiety. Chronic pain, digestive problems, or hormonal imbalances, for example, can trigger anxious symptoms or intensify existing ones. That's why it's essential to pay attention to the signals our body sends and seek professional help when needed. Proper medical care, combined with practices that promote mental well-being, such as meditation, physical exercise, and therapy, can be an effective approach to addressing anxiety holistically. There's no magic formula or instant solution to eliminate anxiety, but rather a set of practices and habits that, when incorporated into our daily lives, help us navigate a lighter and more balanced path. May we, from now on, cultivate presence, compassion, and self-care, reconnecting with our essence and rediscovering the joy of fully living in the present moment.